Hey, look. It's Rizzy Rackz, baby. I'm doing this for all the small city niggas with big potential, you feel me? I just jumped out the porch with dirty gloves. Bastard, eh? Yee!
Pick these extras. I might put diamonds in bills. Pick these extras. I might go buy some new stuff.
Alright. We got Rizzy Rackz jumping off the porch with us today.
Yeah, for sure, you know. I'm doing this for all the small city niggas with big potential, you feel me?
For sure. I respect that, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the porch with us today.
Hey, pleasure to be here, dog. Glad to be here for real, you know what I mean? I feel like it's a lot of things people don't know they need to know.
For sure.
Yeah, they need to know.
So what you been handling running around in the city of Atlanta?
I mean, you know, different things, really just networking for the most part, trying to get my marketing up, trying to really find, really trying to find like those right outlets, the right help, you know what I mean, that I need to help take that to the next level, because I got a whole bunch of good things going except for that. Them connections and just that overall team of people that like got those jobs, like they know what to do, you know what I mean, in the business. They know what to do with their jobs behind the scenes. The people that the people don't see that's part of the success of the artists, you feel me?
But niggas don't also realize you gotta put in enough work to know that's what you need. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get to a point to know that you need that too.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to know that you know that, hey, I've been doing this, it's time to take it to a new level now.
No, yeah, for sure. Because there's a whole lot I done did on my own.
Real spill.
But I know it ain't don't nothing great get accomplished on just from one individual, you feel me? So, yeah.
That's some real spill. So how would you describe coming up in Richmond, Virginia? And for somebody who's never been, how would you explain the way of life and the culture out there?
I mean, it's just as hard as like any other city like that, you feel me? Like, especially a small city. It's like, it's a struggle, it's a constant struggle to try to get down, to try to get ahead, try to get something going, you feel me? Now, especially like, you talking about like, as in life in general, or you talking about like our music scene type?
Shit, life in general. For like, what's the streets like out there? You know what I mean?
Shit, they fucked up. You better not trust nobody for what. That's the first thing, you feel me? It's like, it's fucked up, it's lost. And it ain't like, it's mostly, out there it's mostly projects. First of all, like, it's just mostly projects. And then you got like, everything around the projects. Other little, you know what I mean, other hoods and the houses or whatnot, you feel me? But it's just real like, it ain't a whole lot of money out there. So it's like, niggas just be doing shit, stabbing niggas in the back, like, it's real larceny for real. You talking about far as the street aspect, yeah, it's larceny.
For sure.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of killing going on right now, you know what I mean? But like I said, it seems like a common problem across the whole thing, you feel me? Across the whole country.
Yeah.
Every city. Especially when it's smaller, like the cities that got like, that's more impoverished, you know what I mean? It's gonna be more crime, more just niggas not really seeing a future past what they got going on right now in their area, like, really like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, at certain individuals, niggas get to it, niggas got their head on right, but it's like, as a whole, it's just crazy. You don't know what to expect, basically, so you just keep swiveling, like, you know what I mean?
So, at what point would you say you realized that the streets was fucked up in Virginia?
Shit, when I was a kid. Like a little kid. But, I mean, it's like, you see things, as a kid though, you see it and you don't really understand what's happening. You just hear things like, you hear like for example, when I was like 4, 5, like my next door neighbor got killed right outside our house, right outside, you know what I mean, the apartment where I was living at the time when I was a kid, so. It's just stuff like you just hear it, but you don't really feel it until you start getting older and putting things in perspective, you feel me? To really understand, like, shit fucked up, like, you know what I mean? Like, You know what I mean? It get wicked, man. It get real wicked, like, and then it's even worse with the new shit going on, cause it's like so many kids getting this goddamn, becoming the victim, you know what I mean? And I know they ain't even the intended targets, but that just let you know how fucked up it is, and people ain't getting the fuck what they doing, they just doing it, you know what I mean? Especially with the switches, with the everybody just spraying, you know what I mean? But violence, when it comes to the violence, it's like, I kind of understand why it happens, but what I don't understand is like, why nobody can see the bigger picture to the shit, you know what I mean? Like, I think about it, that shit really be hurting me when I think about it, when I get deep and thought about it, especially when I think about like, how far we came as a whole, as we talking about like the black community, like how we had to used to stick together to get out certain situations, like you talking about like civil rights and shit. And then it's like, so where did like, how much we kill each other came into effect, like. So that I just started thinking, like I think about history.
Angling that dollar.
Yeah.
That what it really was.
Which we already get to, like, that's where I feel like it first started. But even back then, you had it where it was like, it was only certain individuals that was in the mix, like they was in the, if you was in the shit, you had a chance, like it wasn't so many innocent and just random people getting killed just over some bullshit beef that ain't even real beef. Like then, at least you could say when it first started, it was more like over the drugs, over business, over money, over people like, that's another thing I realized, like people thinking they could just come take all type of money from people and rob people and stuff like that. That started a whole, that could be one situation that might be going on for years if you're talking about sides, you know what I mean, feuding and shit. So, and then you gotta just starting over petty stuff that won't never worth nothing. Yeah. Nigga just egos, you know what I mean? So it's like, I understand why it started, but it's like, some of the shit, you understand why it can't be turned around. I mean, why it's so hard to turn around, because after somebody lost somebody, then it's kind of hard to go back. You know what I mean? Especially after you start losing multiple people. But at the same time, I feel like it's certain, most of the time, even then, it was still started with something petty that could have been avoided and should have been avoided. But we don't even, you know what I mean? We don't even think that far.
Yeah, that's fair. So at what point would you say you decided to jump off the porch?
Shit, when I decided I wanted to get some bread for real.
Fact.
I mean, that was all to it. Yeah, that was all to it. And I ain't decided, and I didn't know I was jumping off the porch. Somebody had to tell me I jumped off the porch. Cause I didn't understand, I just was living life. I just was doing what was in front, what came to me, you feel me? Like what I was just bred to be. Like I just been who I was bred to be. But, you know, as you look, I mean, you realize, oh shit, that's when I jumped off the porch. You know what I mean? Like my uncle had to tell me, like, nigga, you jumped off the porch, you feel me?
Yeah. So you grown now type shit, like he hit you with that type of shit.
Like, oh, yeah, not really you grown, but it's like you gotta take on your responsibilities with your actions and your decisions. So you gotta be cautious, aware, and ready.
Real spill.
Yeah.
So what's some of the bullshit you can say that you done seen or been through from jumping off the porch?
You said bullshit that I done seen.
Some of the bullshit you done seen or been through yourself from jumping off the porch, since jumping off the porch.
Where
You said where I started.
Shit, man. Basically, the biggest thing is the betrayal though, and the envy. You know what I mean? Especially when people I mean, you said some of the biggest things I've seen far as like just, I mean, ain't everything ain't negative though. You know what I mean? It's been good things too.
Say both.
Since jumping off the porch, you know what I mean? As far as like, definitely saw like a different view, saw an opportunity, saw a chance like at a young age to create something and hit the ground running going into adulthood, you feel me? And it basically panned out like that. You know what I mean? I just never really saw myself having to worry about bills, for one. And I ain't know how, when I was younger, or where it would come from, but that was just something, you know what I mean? I just never saw, so once I jumped out of the porch, that kind of came to effect, you feel me? Because I figured I was either, if I wasn't going to D1 college on a full scholarship playing football, then yeah, we full effect out this porch. You feel me? But the bad days is like, yeah, the envy, man. You can't get money like. But I learned early. Cause like I think when I was the only time I was robbed at gunpoint. I'm pretty sure the nigga that was calling me, that I was with it all the time, that was calling me his brother, set it up. You feel me?
Damn.
Yeah, and his cousin. Yeah, I had my guard down because of where I was at. Where I was at and who it was, I kind of had my guard down too much, you feel me? And then I was like, you know what I mean? When he cocked it, I was like, fuck. With me being me, like I'm a thinker. I ain't a panicker, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, all right, what I'm gonna do? Like that's what I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm thinking, I get out, you know what I mean? I might get out of this situation because that's just what I do, you feel me? I'm a survivor. But then he started rubbing that joint on my neck and my head. and I felt that cold still, and I was like, oh, hit, fuck. So yeah, that was that way, like, and that was like, I was a teenager, you feel me? But that taught me a lot, and that probably shaped a lot of me moving forward, you know what I mean, to the future. Cause that little situation right there taught me a lot. You know what I mean? I was real thankful to come out of, cause it ended up being some shots like as they was going off, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was thankful to just come out of that junk, cause that junk like right there, he had just cocked it, so it's like, God damn, maybe I hope you don't even just slip, you know what I mean? Family. Goddamn, I done had family. I don't know, man. It's just like all type of shit. It's like, especially like in Richmond, it's real gritty. It's real like grimy. So it's like, it ain't no whole lot of unity and organization. And people don't see it's rare. No, some people do. It's solid motherfuckers. Don't get me wrong. But for the most part, it's just a lot of like, niggas just trying to get what they can right quick come up type shit for the most part. Like people ain't really trying to, it ain't a whole lot of foresight, you know what I mean, to put the plan into action. Except for, you know, the niggas that is though, you see them doing things, they having businesses, it's some success going on, but I'm talking about like, we talking about the streets, that's what that is, you feel me?
No cap. How much would you say life flashed before your eyes once your 23-month-old daughter got hit with a stray bullet?
See me, this is the crazy thing, because I was recording when it happened. I was in the studio when I got the call. So it's like, my whole thing is don't panic. I don't never panic, and I don't show emotion. I learned like, that was one of from the different little things that I saw from dealing with people. I learned that I needed I practiced suppressing my emotion to the point it became hard for me to show emotion even now to this day sometimes. Like I feel it, but it's like that mixed with some of the professional counseling I had when I was a kid and shit. but just me knowing how people read and they doing, especially the people that's out, you know what I mean, with their hidden agenda trying to get their own, you know what I mean, shit that you don't even know about. They read, so I've been learning to suppress my emotions. So when that happened, I was like, I ain't showing no emotion basically. I ain't tell nobody I was in the studio with or nothing. I just left the studio and went to the hospital. I just said I'll be back, you know what I mean? When I just was happy, cause I ain't know what to think going there, you feel me? Like, my life ain't flashed, her life flashed. I'm just thinking like, damn, like David, got hit with a bullet. I don't even know, cause I ain't really knowing what the bullet at. or like, I ain't really knowing where she got hit or none of that. You feel me? But thankfully when I got to the hospital, I found out it was all flesh. You feel me? Went straight through her side and shit. So it ain't hit nothing major, it just was all flesh. And she was talking and shit. She was like, right, some about my kids, bro, they take pain like crazy and they smart as hell, bro. I'm talking about next level. You feel me? Little 4-year-old, you would think they like going on 10. Like,
Yeah.
You feel me? Like little geniuses. But yeah, that made me realize, I mean, for some reason, like at that time, that's when I that was one of the things that stamped me pursuing this, because I was recording at the time that it happened. And like at that time, it just felt like it just was something deeper about that to me. You feel me? The fact that I wasn't with her at the time when that happened. I was in the studio recording, working on basically developing my sound at the time. And so I just felt like by me not being there, by me having the time in the studio, then I got to make that shit work. Cause I wasn't with her because I was doing this. So
Yeah.
this shit, we ready to go for a flag. You feel me?
So how important is fatherhood to you?
Very important. So important, like that it probably like, I wouldn't say it held me back, but I feel like I gotta be present. You feel me? I can't just, I could hit the road, you know what I mean, do what I gotta do and I gotta do it, but just out bullshitting, like doing this and that, like, nah, I gotta be present in my kids' life. Like it was important for me to be there, especially in the early years, like for them to know I'm here, I love them, I'm with them, they got me, like, and not only that, but for me to be putting in me what's in them. You know what I mean? My gifts, my talents, making sure that they getting me in them. You know what I mean? And that they know who I am and they love and respect me. So, like, I spend a lot of, and especially in the, like, earlier, I spend a lot of time with them and, like, making sure, like putting them first. At the same time, still doing this, but, like, probably, if I had just, I feel like niggas just be out goddamn doing what they gotta do, which is understandable because it's their sacrifice that come with this for it to be successful. It's those sacrifices, it's choices, decisions, it's time. Time is of the essence, time is money, and time is not unlimited. So, yeah, but it was important for me to be with them, so I feel like, you know, without that, I probably could have had already done certain things, but that's how important it is to me. You feel me?
Real spill.
I raised my kids first. Like my shit could be backwards. I raised my kids first. You know what I mean? And then did my thing with the music. I ain't neglect them. You know what I mean? I was here with them.
That's real shit. When would you say you started making music?
Started making music. It's crazy, cause I wrote my first one when I was 16, but I wrote one rap when I was 16, right? And then I ain't write no more. Like, and I did that on like a laptop computer, recorded it. I still remember that job, but I ain't about to say it right now. But look, yeah, I did that job recorded on the computer. That was it. And that really was just like a response. I think somebody did one of my friends did we just fucking around, did like a diss to me. So I did a little jump back.
Yeah.
But I ain't start until like, I'm a late starter, bro. And that's another issue, you feel me? But my sound's so different, you feel me? But I started probably like when I got again about 2022. It's a couple years ago, you feel me? I was about like 22 or something like that. And then I had a label. I mean, not a label, but I had like, really, I wasn't even gonna be rapping. I was playing my position, pushing niggas. Like, I had like 4, one of my niggas I was pushing, something like that. You feel me? But I wasn't even going. I was just playing my position because I was like, I had the most bread basically. So it was like, I wanted to just, I ain't really want to be a rapper. I wanted to play the cut, you feel me? But it was like, it got to the point where it was just me. It wasn't like, everybody kind of like, just felt like doing like different for all different reasons. And then on top of that, I always felt like I could do it because I always wrote good stories in school, you feel me? And I knew I could put some good shit together. And I knew that what I had on my mind needed to be expressed. What was on my chest needed to be expressed, you feel me, in my life. So it came to that, but I just knew I had to develop a sound because it don't matter how good that shit is. If it ain't appealing to the ear, anybody finna hear it or listen to it, you feel me? So that's where it was with me. So I just got in there and started working on my sound, just started developing. Because I knew I could write, that wasn't gonna be the problem. I knew I could rap, you feel me? I just had to make it appealing.
Yeah. Then you popped out with 250,000 views on them folks with that Papi shit.
Yeah, that Papi joint crazy. That's like, that Papi joint crazy. That's one of them joints that's like, it's kind of like close to me, you know what I mean? It did me, like, it's me. Like, actually, like, that Papi joint, me, like, you feel me? That shit me 100%, like how I am. And it's like, it just got that sound. It got that sound to it that I feel like only I could do. Only I do that sound right there. So you heard that joint right? Like, who else you think do that sound? I mean, you heard anybody else sound like that?
Nah, man, hey. Unique shit be unique shit. You know what I mean? You gotta give credit where it's due.
So especially that Papi one, that's like the epitome of what I could do with my sound. You feel me? Or one of them. Cause I got some other shit unreleased. Yeah, that shit ready to go. That shit crazy. Like I just need the right marketing, the right moves. It's crazy. I got the sound, I got the money. I just need that right, got connection, know-how, or piece of help, like, you know what I mean? Or with far as taking my shit to the next level so people can even know what I got going on and hear it. Cause this shit crazy. But yeah, that Papi joint is like, and I pull that from, you won't even believe where I pull that from.
What?
Like that sound. If you had to guess like what artist or what genre I pull that sound from, what would you say?
Shit, I don't know.
70s soul music.
All right. Okay, I see the inspiration a little bit.
I mix that with trap, you feel me? Like James Brown type shit. I fuck with that.
What made you mesh them two sounds together, like trap and then 70s soul music?
Cause 70s soul music, my shit. I grew up on that from just my like I always been around older folks. Like even when I was a young nigga, I would hang around the older niggas. So I was doing business with men as a kid. So it's like that 70s soul music. My mom used to play it, my grandma used to play it. You feel me? Around the house, cleaning up type of shit, and it kind of just stuck with me. You feel me? And I just like it. My whole vibe really, like I had to learn how to get in the up-tempo beats, cause really my vibe a slow, chill vibe, like laid back. Like I like that. I like slow, heavy bass, like that shit put you in the zone. You know what I mean? Especially you know what I mean. You lifted, you fucked up, you all whatever. You know what I mean? But I had to learn that, especially with my unique sound, how to make it work with more up-tempo beats, cause that's really what I needed. You know what I mean? For my shit to start translating better and people to receive it and to be more appealing, basically. Yeah.
What is it that you would say you want listeners to take from your music as a whole?
Take from my music as a whole? Take on, you know what I mean? Take the authenticism in it, you feel me? Take the realness in it. Take the knowledge in it, cause there's some street knowledge in it. For the most, like, it's some real, and it might just be, I do that shit so it's like appealing. So you might not even catch it the first time. It's really it might have just came off as a slick ass line you thought was hard. Yeah. But if you really listen, it's like, oh, this nigga saying some shit. Yeah. And that's my whole goal really, is to be like basically street conscious, you feel me? Because one thing I realized was that street, like conscious music, like you talking about like Common, those type rappers, or like, I can only say him because I don't really even know no young street conscious.
J. Cole might be our last one.
J. Cole. But yeah, when you talk about that, it's like they be saying good shit that people should take heed to, right?
Yeah.
Especially our culture. Especially if we trying to do better. If niggas want to do better, maybe niggas don't want to do better. But it's not appealing to those. It's only appealing to the genre of the people that already own that same shit he own.
Yeah.
It's not appealing to the people that really need it to take heed to. So one of my things is like, how you make that appealing? How you get niggas the same vibe? Like they ain't lose, like they in the same mode, they in the same vibe. But it's really some shit, some deeper shit behind some of the lyrics, you feel me? Some more awareness, more street conscious, more shit like if you apply to your life, it'll be better. It could be better for you, you feel me? Like, especially like all type of shit, money management, anything, you feel me? Like, what's one of those songs I said? When I said, damn, I can't remember right off. What is it like? Damn, I can't remember that bitch right off. It was another song. It was an unreleased jump. I ain't got it memorized yet. But yeah. It's just about like being solid though, for real. You feel me?
Would you say it's hard to make it out of Richmond?
But yeah. It's hard ain't the word. They make it, I mean, hard ain't the word. It used to seem impossible. Now I say this, it's about to happen. You know what I mean? It ain't easy, but it's about to happen. There's a few people right there, like we right there. Even myself, like I feel like I'm a few right moves or right connections to, especially with my sound and my quality of music that I already been putting out, and not to mention it's leveling up from my unreleased shit. So it's like right now I got one thing that has happened to me lately that's new, like real new, it surprised me. I ain't even know it's about to happen. My song Extras that I got right now, the singer's video going up right now. But the radio been supporting it. They've been playing it 2-3 times a day. Not just no weekend mix show. They've been playing that jank during the day in like a little rotation. So it's like that, you know what I mean? But the hard part is this. Of course, we don't have no examples yet, for real. It is like, at first, when I was younger, then it ain't no people really that work in it. Like what y'all doing, like it ain't that many. There's a few podcasts around that's just, you know what I mean, starting, but y'all been around, y'all been doing this shit. You feel me? Like it ain't a whole lot of people that, like the behind the scenes work that artists need, like the marketing people, the managers, like the team that the artists need, like down here, it's people trying to be on that, trying to do that, pursuing that career. Sure. There's not a lot of people pursuing those careers up in Richmond. So it's like that mixed with the outlet is like, what is the artist to do? You feel me? But go for what he know and try his best to learn or go viral, something like that. You feel me? That's why I salute like F&L Chop, cause he do got a team and they doing their thing. You feel me? They really putting strategies together. They doing what it takes, and it's the business. That's another thing why it's so hard. A lot of them don't know the business. A lot of people don't know the business. And then another, like for me personally, when I was younger, the industry, the music artists, big artists as a whole, always it looked like a fantasy world that I could never be a part of. Like people won't even go in the studios like that and shit. When I was a kid, you feel me? Now it's different. Like over the last couple years, of course, like every city got some shit going on, especially on the internet with the social media and shit. You know what I mean? And so every city got way more going on. But like when I was in school, I ain't even know too many people going to the studio. Going to the studio, one of the things, that's probably one reason why, even if I thought I could rap, like it won't in front of me, like to go, oh, I know such, like, no, a studio, that was foreign to me, a studio, to go make music in, you feel me? Imagine that, bro. Imagine that, bro. Being from, but like, I don't know where you from, but people from here, like, imagine goddamn, you're not even knowing about studios, like, or hearing of people's studios, let alone any successful example, so. Or anybody that did something that could come in, lay out lay a blueprint, you feel me? It's none of that. We all got down, everybody that's on the verge of doing something is all new.
Facts.
Every big next thing that was done is new. Nobody's done it before.
So what else you working on right now?
I got a couple singles I'm ready to drop. I got a project that I'm working on. You know what I mean? Untitled. It might be called Trapped on My Mind, but for real, it's still untitled. I got some big songs. I got some good music though that's ready to drop, and couple more interviews. You feel me? And I'm really just working on increasing my visibility, my awareness, basically, because I already got the quality. I already got the shit. Now I basically just need to bring people into it. So that's me working on me, like all the muscle. No publicists, no managers. No. So if you're a good manager out there, if you're a good publicist out there, if you're a good anybody that do anything good, you know what I mean, for the music industry, that can help an artist that got his own budget, got his own thing going, he got his own sound, you feel me? He got his own image, the whole nine, so I can use you. But none of that.
Bullshit. That was
no BS.
There, boy. You know how many bullshit managers
do
and
I? I
PRs
know.
boy.
It's some hella bullshit. Bullshitters, scammers, all the whole everything. But I already know about it, so that ain't me. So if that's one of y'all, you might as well wait to save your time and energy.
No cap. What would you say was the biggest lessons that you learned while in the streets?
Save your money, bro. Just save your money, basically. It's always gonna come to you, you feel me? It's always gonna come in need. When I was in high school, I started there early, like, I first started, one of the reasons when I really got deep into it, when I decided like that's what I would be doing, I started grinding for some rims and some clothes. But as I got the money, I was like, I just did all this, and I'm really just gonna go blow it on this? Damn, what the hell? So that's what I realized it's about the money is the tool, and the money is how you grow. Having the money, not the materials. And then from then on, I just stacked my money. I graduated high school with 10K saved up, you feel me?
Man, real.
10,000 saved up, like, just by being disciplined. That's one of my biggest things, like, it's about that discipline, you feel me? And it's about managing your money, bro. Not fuck blowing it on bullshit unless you can afford to. If you can't, don't, bro, because that shit come in handy. And really, that's how you grow. That's how you get whatever you trying to do. You gonna need more, like, you gonna need money to do it for the most part. You feel me? So, as I'm doing it, like, my thing is all about to save the money, because the more money I get, the better things I can do. And then that's gonna make me more money. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, I definitely appreciate that. By the time I was 21, I touched my first 100.
That's real.
Yeah.
All right. So what's some of the L's, most significant L's you remember taking before you started getting them W's?
And this was another reason why I decided, I'm finna start doing music. I started doing, remember I told you I had the artists I was pushing at first. And then I had started doing shows. Boy, I lost bands. Right? And then I had this no give up attitude. So I tried another one, came back. It lost like again, so I lost a hell of money. But then I decided, that's when I saw like, Hey, bro, I'm on the wrong end of this shit. I had to pay this motherfucking travel to come here. I had to buy him a room. I had to buy him all this miscellaneous shit, bottles, Skittles, fucking Charlotte roses, goddamn chocolate, like Fiji water, I had to pay him to do the show. Oh God, that's what I need. I need to be doing that. You feel me?
I feel that.
That was one thing, but the fact, you know what I mean? And then other than that, it's just like, it's just people, bro. Like, just taking L's with people, like just learning, cause I got a good heart, you feel me? I'm always trying to help. That's one of my biggest things is to help people come up, like help. Like that's one of the reasons why I want to come up. That's one of the reasons why I want bread is to help, really, to be able to help my family, other families, and eventually past that, like past my family and my immediate people's family. You feel me? So just trying to help in general, though, that have me taking some of my other biggest L's because people don't have the same discipline. You know what I mean? And they don't really understand. And they ain't fully aware and respect the situation. So, you know, it just becoming to take a chance on people that just become a loss.
Yeah.
You feel me? Shit. I've been robbed by the police.
Crazy.
The police done robbed me twice at that. And one time, they definitely was supposed to give me my stuff back because I beat them in court. I beat them on the, they took I had a pistol AR and I had a 4.5 FN and like 3 bands in cash or something. And they took it. And then when I went to fight, they gave me a misdemeanor concealed weapon charge. So when I went to fight it, I beat them because basically I caught the lady in 2 lies, like right in front of the judge. I caught her in the blatant lies. She said something else. I was like, I whispered to my lawyer because I knew exactly like how she was lying, why she was like, explained it to him. He put it in his words, you know what they gotta do, they sprinkle their little jizzle on there, you know what I mean? And the judge understood and saw like, oh, she lying right here, right now. Like he had no choice but to throw it out. But he didn't make her give me my shit back. Now I did have an ongoing felony case which I went and got convicted on a month later from that, after I beat them on that concealed. But they didn't make her give, I can understand maybe not the gun because I had the felony case going on, but they didn't make her give them the money back either, the $3,000, like they just kept it. So it like, that was robbed. Then another time, I got pulled over, I got robbed for some bands. Yeah, they just kept it.
That's just crazy. What about the time you and your mom got kidnapped?
Yeah, that was, I was like 8 then. You know what I mean? I was young. I had a stepdad, my first stepdad, not my second stepdad. My stepdad, rest in peace. You know what I mean? He left me with this little bracelet. I don't never take it off. But my first stepdad, he was a Trinidadian, right? And they just had a real abusive relationship, like. So it's like, they'll have like I was laying down beside her one time and she stabbed him in his hand. Like right here. He came over top of her doing something and I ain't even know, she just pulled a knife. We on the couch, she just pulled a knife out, put it in his hand. Put it in his hand, bro. That man had to go get so many stitches. Then another time, she pistol whipped him before, you feel me? Like his people had to like drag him out the house, like he had the blood coming out his forehead. But on this time, like we was sitting out in front of a shopping center, like a Rite Aid, you feel me? And my older sister was in the Rite Aid. My mom was in the driver's seat. I was behind her. She was we was just waiting for her to come out, like in the fire lane. You know what I mean? Right in front of the store, you ain't supposed to be. Then all of a sudden I heard her just scream, and somebody opened the door, and it was my stepdad, Trinidad, and he forced her over to the passenger seat. He got in the driver's seat, waited for my sister to come out. Drove her like around the street. We drove up the street some and pulled like into an alley. Behind these apartments, right? But he just got her out of the car, wanted to talk to her, you feel me? And so he got out of the car, she got out of the car. And when she got out of the car, she had on the armor fatigue jacket at the time too. She pulled out her 38, you feel me? She was like, no, motherfucker, you ain't even to talk about shit. Yeah. You feel me? Get the fuck away from me. Like, so she got the gun on him. Somebody came out the apartment, and man, he was like, don't shoot my kids in here or something like that. Like, then my stepdad is standing there like, like with his hands behind his back, like shoot me, you feel me? But he won't pull it coming up to her because I guess he figured he already know she probably gonna pull that jump if you try to like. So she tell my sister start the car, I started the car. I mean, she get in the car. We driving out the alley. I don't know if you can see this. It's still recording. I don't know if you can see this jump right here, but it's like I got a little mark right here under my eye. Cause as we was going down the alley, he just came out nowhere and punched the glass. He must have jumped Superman that bitch or something. Yeah. The shit just went in my, and I'm in the back seat, so the glass just went in my face. You feel me? So hard, like the junk went in here, and it's been here ever since.
Damn. That shit crazy.
You feel me?
Yeah,
so, yeah, that was that. But they had like a real bad abusive relationship. He ended up getting deported and shit. Yeah.
Shit, that shit crazy.
Hell yeah. I got down. I mean, it's been all type of shit, man. Like, not just the losses in the street though. I done took losses like family members. Like, I done lost 4 family members, close members, uncle. And then another uncle the next, 4 years apart, 4 family members. Then another uncle the next year. Then my brother died on Christmas Day. One of my other brothers. This is my brother right here behind me too. Star Camp Buddha. You feel me? He died on Christmas Day. Then the next year, my cousin died in the project. So it's like the L's all around the board. Like nigga just felt them bitches. You feel me? So it ain't like. I know what they're like, but that shit kind of also made me numb. It made me numb to a lot of shit. Like, I don't feel as much no more, like, cause you gotta turn it off at a certain point, you feel me? Like, when there's so much pain, so much hurt like that, especially them losses, you just gotta turn it off, cause you don't wanna feel it. You know what I mean? So then you just wanna, I really got big goals, and I don't wanna be just stuck somewhere, you feel me? So I basically just turn the shit off. That goes so along with what I said at first, but suppressing my emotion, you feel me? But yeah, you just get numb to this shit, like. But that ain't such a good thing, cause the whole world feel like it's going numb to this shit, and the shit just getting worse. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like how we turn that shit around. When you think about where we came from, and what the hell going on, like, how you ever, like, nobody ever stop and just think, like, how the fuck we get here, bro? Like, where we was at, what we was, like, as a culture, you know what I mean? What we had to do, what we was doing. So now we just, like, killing the fuck out of each other, like, for shit. It's don't even be for shit, most of the time. Yeah. It's like, niggas, like, they just, bruh, I don't know I don't know. And I feel that shit in my chest, you feel me? I feel that shit. I feel like I just feel a lot of shit. So it's like I gotta just turn it off and go numb.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
All right, bet.
Pick these extras. I might put diamonds in bells. Pick these extras. I might go buy some new steppers.